enough ass, everybody gonna get in line. And when we whoop enough ass, everybody gonna get in line and do right.
Everybody gonna get in that ass. I mean, everybody gonna get in that line and start whooping that ass. That is so true.
Yeah. I don't know what they're waiting on. We need to stop.
We're doing it. It's just getting worse every day, baby.
It's gonna get worse because we don't do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's gonna stop on their own?
I'm gonna, Brother Maurice, I'm gonna find that video where they're saying that the African American black people in South Africa are killing white folks left and right. I'm telling you, cuz I ain't lying to you. This shit is off the chain. What's happening in Europe? They just talking about a guy from oh shit, I want to say Niger or a Nigerian and a Ghanaian. They're talking about, well, what the fuck are you talking about? You motherfuckers are all up in Ghana, you know, the French and all that, talking about in the continent of Africa. What the fuck are you doing there? We're all up in this shit now, motherfucker. This is our shit. Ah, man, he keeping that shit real. Real niggas. Real. But go ahead. I'm just throwing that on the table.
All right. Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Welcome to our Sunday program. Our title for the program today, our topic is there real value placed on Black life? And we're going to look at some different events that's going on in America. We're going to look at some events that's going on outside America. Because one thing is for sure. Our blackness just does not exist in America. Our blackness exists worldwide. We are worldwide people. And when we begin to see each other as a worldwide people, then we'll be able to feel the pain of each other. And then when we strike a blow, then they'll strike a blow wherever they're found on this face of the earth. Because that is what has to happen. See, when we look at the model of World War I, World War II, and about to be in World War III, it was these white countries that had issues with each other. And one said, well, I'm going to do this, and the other says, you ain't going to do that. Then they got together and said, look, we all thinking the same thing. Let's come against this one. And let's fight them. And next thing you know, they just got everybody, even black countries, got involved to fight for issues that didn't have a damn thing to do with us. Neither World War I nor World War II had a damn thing to do with us. But you don't see the white folks coming to jump in to run to Africa to stop any wars that's going on the continent. You don't see them doing that. You don't see them talking about, oh, well, there was 1,000 killed in the Congo. There was 200 killed over here and over here. It's not even, you don't even see it on your nightly news. It's not something that they care about. But it is something that we must care about. It is something that we must do about it. So the first phase of understanding what must be done is understanding the value that we have, the real value that we have. Now, during the slave trade, they came and picked you up from Africa, picked us up from Africa, and dropped us off over in the Caribbean, over in America, dropped us off, took us over there to England, because they said, well, these niggas, we're going to use them and work and build. So they had a value placed on our lives where you can go down their districts where they sell slaves. And they say, yeah, I'll take that nigga for $200. I'll take that nigga for $300. And they would bring out the men, women, children, take down the top of the woman. So she got a good breast. She'll be able to feed the many babies. She got a sturdy leg. She can have many babies. Oh, this buck right here, he'll produce many babies. It's a hard-working buck. But what is the value that we place on our lives that we're willing to get up and kill for one another? That we're willing to get up and save one another? See, we already know that you're willing to joke about each other. You're willing to laugh about each other. But are you really willing to save one another? See, this is where our mind has to be. Are we willing to save one another? You know, the scripture says, no greater love that a man has. I think this is no greater love that a man has that he will give his life for his friend. Is that about right, Sister Cassie? That's right. So you to me that says a whole lot. So like family,
yeah,
we're supposed to give our lives for each other. We love each other. We know each other. We're family. We're grown around each other. But a friend,
we're still supposed to give our life.
Exactly. Because
if you hurt, I hurt.
Exactly.
But that's gone. And that's what happened when you're colonized and you allow folk that don't like you to educate you. They begin to take away or just strip you of your blackness. They want to make you look and act and think like them. They want to take away your culture and your history. That's why we sit up here and argue over where we came from, because we don't know. This one say we came from Indians. This one say we came from Africa. This one say we came from, we all over the place. We all over the place because we get our information from several different people. We don't know for sure. I'm saying one thing, somebody else saying something, but until we bring it back together, be separate. He already showed us what we need to do. Be separate. Learn not. Right? This is word. And what are we doing? And he said, come from among. Be separate, learn not. What are we doing? Everything he told us not to do, we're doing it. That's why we still at the bottom. That's why we're still dying. And we're going to keep on dying until we get it together and get it in order and separate from them. Because do you think if we still had stuff the way it was back in the day, separate everything, that they had to come and get permission to come into our neighborhoods, you think we would be dying the way we're dying? Hell no. Because you was asking them elders before you came in that neighborhood, I'm looking for so-and-so, so-and-so. And they was like, no, you're not coming up in here. And they knew. They understood. And that's when they said, we got to separate these black folk. We got to break them down. We got to sprue them everywhere. And that's what they did. They sprued us everywhere. They came in the black community. They burned it down and put it underwater. Black Wall Street, they shot up everything. And then black folk got charged. But them crackers came in there and shot up everything. But did anybody get charged on that end? No, they never do. So instead of us looking at that and say, hold on, we got to do something. And I'm looking at the justice system even now today. I'm looking at the justice system. And I'm looking at that one dude that went to jail when he was 9 and spent 19, 20 years there and didn't do anything. And it was just because of the system. And your government knows the system is whacked. Your government knows, but does nothing. Then this is our God-given right. Honorable Elijah, right? Told us. He told us. Louis Farrakhan also talks about that we have the God-given right. Khalid also, let's go down the line. They told us we have the God-given right to protect ourselves. When your government does not protect you, we have a duty to ourselves to protect us. And you start burning this shit down, I guarantee you, just like they was doing in the civil rights, right? They was burning stuff down. They was good. What happened? They gave you a bill that didn't even do anything for you, but they passed that bill that we thought was going to really do something. Anytime them crackers give you anything, it's to pacify you. They know they're not going to use it for you, but until you separate and you come up with your own government, your own police department, your own everything, and you tell them you come over here, we're going to kick ass and we're going to take names. Until you as black folk start doing what you're supposed to do, yes, some are going to die. Yes, revolution don't happen without bloodshed. But until you start doing for you and start making sure that our lives matter, not just to them, to us too, nothing is going to change. Just like the KKK had the little hoods on, right? Let's return the favor. Let's put on some hoods and go make it happen. Our sister died. Let me tell you how I know nobody cares. What's happening? Your sister just got blown up in her house. Who's doing anything about it? I don't see no fires. I don't see no. I don't see nothing. Do you? Maybe I'm missing it. Was it on the news that I missed it? Because I ain't seen nothing.
Mm-mm.
That's how we know. And then you had people like Candace on who need her mouth busted open. She don't need to die. She just need the hell beat out of her. She need a black authority. She need a black wake-up call. Don't kill her. Just beat the hell out of her. Seriously. Because them black folk like that, they need the hell beat out them. When you tell me that you gonna justify her death, oh, I'm coming. That bothers me. And it should bother every American. It should bother every black person in America when that heifer open up her mouth and say, your sister deserved it. Bitch, you deserve it too. Let me give it to you. Or let black folks show up at her house. I'm tired of what I'm seeing. I don't know about nobody else. I'm trying to hold it together, but I'm so damn tired right now. I'm like, I'm sick. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all sorry asses black folk that ain't doing nothing. Don't want to do nothing. Just scared. Always make an excuse why the black person had to die. He ain't had no business up in her house anyway. The woman had mental health issues. You can see it on the camera because she was scared, or she kept on her phone. She said, I'm trying to get some help, didn't she? And then he said something to her. She said, what the Lord, Satan, the Lord rebuke you. And he said, you better not. Did you miss that? He said, you better not. That demon in his mouth. You better not.
That's right.
That's what he said.
That's right.
You better not. Don't tell me them crackers ain't got no demons up in them. That demon spoke back to her and shot her dead in her face. What black folk doing about it? Absolutely nothing, because y'all ass is scared. Y'all don't want to die for changing nothing, but you dying anyway. If y'all haven't noticed, we dying anyway. Our children's being snatched, the women being snatched, babies being snatched, being eaten by them bastards, blood being all crazy stuff, all kind of stuff. And we still sitting up here, but y'all asses ain't seen nothing. Let Kamala get her ass in there, but she coming. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You better get it together. You better get it together right now. So that's how we know that we don't give a shit. We don't give a damn about none of. We don't care about each other. Because you'll let somebody come up there and tell you she should have died. Who you talking about should have died? What? Somebody should have punched her in her mouth right then, or burnt her house down. I am not condoning violence. I am condoning justice when you come and speak ill of my sister. That's my sister. She hurt, I hurt. Her family hurt, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Because she didn't deserve that. But what we gonna do about it as a collective whole? I can't blow up the world by myself.
That's right.
We'll have some help around here somewhere. Where my help at?
That's right.
I rest my mic.
Thank you, Sister Cassie. We want to welcome Earth Angel Remix 1105 to the program. Peace and blessings, Queen. Glad that you're here. And Earth Angel says, yeah, we won't even sacrifice. We won't even sacrifice.
But they sacrificing us, though, ain't they? They sacrificing us every day. But we won't even think about it. Our sister won't even take up for it. Won't even say a word. They don't want somebody to come and fight for you when it's your child. No, let's do this so it won't be our children.
Exactly. All right. So, Brother Isaiah, do you want to add anything before we begin?
You know, I'm gonna jump all up in it. Because Oh, who are you talking about? You talking about Candace Owens, Sister Cass?
Yeah, I'm talking about that dizzy, crazy girl.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought so.
Should have died. Giving them, making all kind of excuses. I'm sick of her right now.
She talk black. At least she try to talk black, but she's sleep white.
Yeah, but that's why we need to. Yeah, that's why we need to handle our business with her. Should be showing up.
You know how that goes. You gotta perform for her husband.
Well, I don't give a damn how it goes. She need to know how it go for real.
Right. But I'm gonna say this. And it's just a matter of fact. that nobody ain't gonna be here for us but us. Not Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, in the form of us, yes. But there ain't nobody coming out the goddamn sky raising the flag and coming to help us out. We gotta help each other, like you just said. Ain't nobody coming but us. We are the savior of our own selves and people. And once we recognize that, the game is over. And I do believe that is what is happening. We're getting away from the other side coming in to do this and they're coming in to do that and waiting on whoever to come and the next Messiah. And that shit is tired. It should be tired. Just like trying to wait on reparation for the government to give you something. You gotta force the government to do something. You know what I mean? You just can't wait for this bill, that bill to get passed, and then they're gonna do some studying on the slave trade and who did wrong, who did what, how many got hurt. Man, fuck all that shit. Did Ukraine wait for $200 billion? Hell no. Ukraine, they gave that money quick, fast, and over the last 2 years. And black folks, oh yeah. Ah shit. They're gonna do the study. And it's a game of games, man, that they playing. There ain't no motherfucking way you're gonna think they're gonna give you something because they got a study going. Man, that study can go for the next 100 years. You feel me? But I throw it back at you. Brother Muhammad?
Yep,
Oh,
I'm here.
okay.
Thank you, Brother Isaiah. All right. So I saw something on the news, and I want to share that video of California and its fires that's going on. And then I researched, looked up fire NATO, because that's what they called it. Instead of a tornado, they called it a fire NATO. And so I said, well, which countries does this actually happen in? Because to me, that wasn't something that was normal to see that. And we'll show it in a second. But the countries that this happens in is the United States, Russia, New Zealand, Australia, and Chile. Those are the countries that this thing happens in. And it's very interesting. And prior to this, I forget what it's called, the weather machine that they made, Africa never had tornadoes. They didn't get all of these, crazy weather that we get over here. They never got that. Then once they made this weapon where they could affect the weather, then you see Africa having tornadoes. We got hot. Exactly. Thank you. That's what it's called. It's called hot. And we got to be wise to what's going on. But I'm going to show real quick this first video of this California wildfire, because I believe, things happen for a reason. Now look at that. Can you imagine seeing something like that?
We seen that in Hawaii just now, right? And we know who did that because they want that
Yeah,
land over there.
I was
That's what
about to say
blackmen
that.
do.
That was done by
That's what
laser.
they do. They go after the land and snatch that land up for pennies on the dollar. That's what these bastards do.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Sister Cuss. I put those videos on you guys' WhatsApp, so check it out.
And I want to welcome Brother Donald to the program. Peace and blessings, Brother Donald. Welcome, bro. I also want to welcome Yul Adams to the program. Peace and blessings. Glad you're here. Finally, the truth. Welcome to the program. We're glad that you're here. And so, you know, when you see stuff like that, it's something that you can't just take for happenstance. You know, I believe America is burning, and it's going to continue to burn. America will not, as Sister Cassie said a few weeks ago, America will win no more wars. She will win no more wars. And these are the things that we got to understand. And with this open draft that's coming to take your children and get them to enlist or make them to enlist in the military to go fight a foreign war for a freedom, for a justice that they don't have here in America. But they'll send you to a different land to fight for, quote unquote, somebody else's freedom, somebody else's justice, while you still don't have freedom and justice. To me, that doesn't make a bit of sense. It doesn't make a bit of sense, and we got to be able to very clearly say, we ain't having it. Not my son, not my daughter, not my children. They're not going. They're not going. You want somebody to go fight your foreign wars, you go find them rich white folks and get their children and send their ass on the front line, because they got more to benefit from it than we do. Hell, we died in Germany. What did the Germans do for us? We died in Italy. We died in Japan. And what did we get? We had to come back home to segregation. We had to come back home to mistreatment. We had to come back home to be hung from a goddamn tree. But you fighting for somebody else's freedom and liberation. That doesn't make sense. So what is the value that you're placing on Black life? This is a statement, as I think it was Martin Luther King said, with your own self-asserted manhood. You don't wait for nobody else to tell you, I grant you freedom. You declare it and you make it so. And that means that you got to go to war against forces who are hell-bent on keeping you a slave, keeping you oppressed. Your mindset has to change, because we are at war every day of our lives, even though you may not act like it. But we're going to get into some things here, and we're going to let you know what is the proper response. What is the proper response? So you'll understand the time and what must be done. Now, just I think it was last week when we were discussing in Brother Isaiah over there in the DR, and I want you to touch on this, Isaiah, because Haiti, right next to you, they had an anthrax outbreak. And now that anthrax outbreak was not contained in Haiti. Now it's over in the DR. And they have not shut their borders. Planes are still flying in and out. So it will be in America very soon.
Oh, it's probably already there.
What you do
You
to
know?
other folk comes to your home.
Yeah,
But
yes,
guess
sir.
what?
Yes, ma'am.
If we cared about one another, we'd have shut the borders and we'd have handled that before it spread.
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. That's how we don't care about one another. So instead of DR, and I'm just saying, instead of that brother said, hold on, let's see how we can help. Y'all still got these planes. We don't care. It's all about this.
Mhm.
So now you're gonna have a lot of deaths because it's all about this. But I'm gonna tell you what, in times, that's what we in now. Stuff that you see America was doing, that Ebola and stuff. Oh, it's coming here. Everything they did over there coming to America. So guess what? Y'all better be ready, better be prayed up, better be covered, do something. Because I'm telling you, we getting ready to see some things that we've never seen happen on this earth. Ain't gonna be no election. They're gonna put Kamala right up in there. Y'all, and watch when she come. I'm gonna tell you this before it happens. Watch when she come. She gonna strip away your constitution, and she's getting ready to change everything about her. What you know, what you see is not what she is. Her hair, wardrobe, all of that. Because it's gonna be a new her. But I'm gonna tell you what, Obama's coming back because that constitution, she's gonna tear up that constitution, and it's not even gonna matter. But he's coming back. That's your antichrist right there, whether y'all believe it or not. That's who you need to worry about. But she's setting it up for him. And he coming back. He coming back. Y'all can believe that or not. Mark my words. Trump will never make it in that seat. Never. Because he's not obedient enough. They did a cool show. Remember how they do cool with other countries? They did the same thing with him. All the people with money told him, we're not giving you another dime. Democratic Party. We're not giving you no more money. Get him down. Get him out of there. Because they got an agenda. This is the New World Order. When you see her rise and take her seat, New World Order. Mark my words. Mark my words. Wait, this is not the America you know. Y'all have to understand that. War, 3.5 years. Believe it or not. I'm telling you. Because they mad, the white folk, and it's going to be Democrats against Republicans. Y'all think we're going to be okay. But let them crackers fight. Don't get up in that mess. Let them fight. But if they come to your grass, they come to your home, light their asses up. Period. This is not the, y'all got to clean this. This is not what you think it is. Y'all got to clean this out. You're looking at America like the old America. It'll never be that. COVID changed all of that. Why do you think they're pumping her up? She got a TikTok. That's how she's got a TikTok. Everybody love her. Gen Z love her. This woman ain't never did nothing for you. That's how you know it's such a spirit on this earth right now that they wrong is right is wrong, right? They're gonna love her. They're gonna the media's putting her up like she's the best thing since iced tea. And we're gonna fall for it, like we're doing already, like we do every other year when it's election time. It's gonna be different this time. She getting in that chair, right? Y'all like it or not? She coming. What y'all gonna do? You better be ready, because when you see her stand up there, the New World Order. Get your money out the bank. Get your money out your 401k. If you guys can get out, because it's gonna be here. It's gonna be really bad here. You can go somewhere that place else, but right here, this is the judgment is coming to America. When God moves black, He's gonna move us out the way. But if you guys don't leave because you think you're from here, stay your ass right here. I guarantee you won't live to see the newness. You won't get to see the new part that's coming. Stay right here. Claim your land and don't move. Stay here. You're gonna die. I'll rest my mic.
Sister Cassie, I want to ask you a few questions about that. How do you see them? Because if I'm in agreement with you, they don't want Trump in that seat. I agree with you 1,000%. But how do you see them? Because if they kill Trump,
they're going to kill him.
I really
going
believe
to kill him. I guarantee you it. That man is going to die. Y'all asses better get ready because them crackers coming. I'm telling you. But they're going to be so mad. You're going to have a lot of, I'm telling you, did you hear Kamala Harris said something about the depopulation? She said something about the depopulation. If I can find it, I'm going to send it to you. She said something about depopulation. But I'm going to tell you what, you got to stir up some stuff. That's how that civil war is going to start. And it's going to be for 3.5 years. Y'all have to understand this thing is the new world order. We've been talking about this forever. It's stuff getting ready to come on. Remember them aliens that they said didn't exist? We're going to see those too. Oh, they exist because they just told you. And see, white folk, black folk don't believe nothing unless white folk tell you. They've been denying that for years. But people were saying it. They was having experience, right? They was experiencing these little creatures, whatever. They never demons. But people don't understand that. But that's a story for another day. Y'all not ready for that. You ain't ready for what I'm saying right now. Y'all definitely ain't gonna be ready for the aliens that's coming. Oh, y'all gonna see them things. Who do you think is in control and contacting and all this stuff is with anyway? Who you think is their bosses? Y'all don't understand this stuff. This stuff is horrible. But it's gonna be a civil war and it's gonna last for 3.5 years. And there's a lot of folk gonna die. A lot of folk. But it's mostly gonna be against the blue and the red, the Democrats, Republican. I'm telling you. Y'all better be ready. This thing gonna be at another level and it's gonna shock you. You guys are gonna be so shocked to what's happening, but people won't listen. People won't prepare. People won't get ready for what's coming. Because y'all thinking, oh, it's gonna get back. It's not. It's not. Look at your economy. You got businesses closing down like crazy. Like crazy. You got Home Depot getting ready. Is it Home Depot? No, Big Lot. They get ready to close their stores in North Carolina, in this area, North Carolina. They ready to close all them stores. Y'all have to understand what's coming. Get your money out of the bank. You guys should have at least $2,000. Have some money. I don't care where, under your floor, in your. I don't care where. Take some money because this thing happened. I told about 2 weeks ago. When I was going down to my daughter's, I was trying to use my card for my bank card for gas, right? And the pump wouldn't work. I was like, what in the hell? What's going on? So I went to the door and they said, no cash. We weren't using debits. You had to have cash. I have cash with me. But thank God I kept going to another station and it worked. But that's when we had that cyber attack. They didn't tell you about that, did you? They're not going to tell you. But they've been dropping different hints to y'all and people ain't even understand it. Y'all just looking over stuff. We think happening in Florida. People died. That electric company took 3 or 4 a week to bring some of them people electric back. 2 weeks for some people. It shouldn't have took that long. Why did it take that long? Y'all better look at what's happening over someplace else is going to happen in your area. You need to be prepared. You need to have a generator. You need to have a generator in your house. You need to have some money. You need to have all of this. I'm telling you, these people are whack. They are trying to depopulate black folk, not just black folk, but people, period. You ain't got no money. They trying to depopulate you. I'm telling you. But go ahead with your questions. I'm sorry. Go ahead with your questions.
Yeah. So, because if they're successful at killing Trump, then of course MAGA is going to get to the street with their guns, and it's going to be on like 911.
That's right.
So how do you see them bringing Obama back in? Because then so you think the MAGA ones will lose?
See, when the MAGA, they're going to be up. Kamala Harris is coming in, right? When she come in, she's going to tear down the Constitution. Okay, she's going to tear up the Constitution. That's how Obama's going to get back. But he's training her now. Kamala Harris, she don't know nothing about what she's doing. She's under training, right? Mm-hmm. She's under training. But you know how she keeps her hair down? She's got a mic. Obama's working through the back. Remember, he made this comment. He said, I can run the White House from my basement. Remember, he said that comment? He said, I can run the White House from my basement. He's in her ear. She don't know what to say. Kamala Harris is going to be she's going to have a total new look. It's not the old, it's coming out with the old and with the new. And she's going to tear that Constitution to pieces. That's how he's coming back. Because he's your Antichrist. Y'all have to understand. Do you really know how close we are to the end? People don't understand that. We are so close to the end. But it's not, I'm not saying it's going to be next 2 or 3 years. I'm just saying. But you're going to see stuff that's getting ready to come down the pike. And it's getting ready to blow people's mind because this is something you're not used to. Because we've never seen unrest like this, like we're getting ready to see. But he's coming back. And he's going to be a dictator. He's not gonna come back to old Obama. Y'all seen? Did you see that commercial where Obama, the man was saying, he was? I'm gonna send it to you if I can find it, bro. He said the man, he was standing at the podium, and one guy was hollering, "Antichrist, Antichrist, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ." Remember? And what happened? Obama looked at him. That dude looked at him. He had a horrible stare in his eyes toward that man, and then he looked for maybe about 5 minutes, and then he smiled. That's what get everybody. You don't see his true heart. You see in the smile. You remember when he said back in the day when he didn't do anything for you, but he was standing up there and telling you guys, we can do this. We can do it. Just do it. We can do it. Remember? But he never did anything. He never did anything. He got 8 years in there and still didn't do. But he's coming back. Okay. Believe it or not. You got that right. Let me get some money. I'm out. I promise you I am. I'm not to return. I'm not going to be here. I'm out. I keep telling people, get out. I'm not saying it's not going to, it's going to be other places, but it's going to be the worst here. It's going to be the worst here. If black folk plan on staying in America, y'all better come together and get some land, but you're going to have some weapons because it's going to be real bad. Because if you're not with the program, you're going to die. You got to get out if you can. But go ahead, Brother Maurice.
Oh. After that sober wake-up call, what else? Ain't a damn thing else to say, but you better have your shit together.
You better, I'm telling you, you better have it together. What's coming is going to shock people, and they're not even ready for it. They're not even ready for it. When you went to this, when I went to that station, and I was trying to use my card and I couldn't, I'm like, this ain't happening. You got to have some money you go home, go get some money out the bank, you guys. I don't care if you got 401k, that thing is not going to last. Go get some of that money out. I'm telling you, you got some money in there. You better have some money in your homes to be able, you better have your passport. Black folks shouldn't be sitting up here without their passport. Go and get your passports. Go get your passports. You should have had them. You don't have your passport. Shame on you. Go get some weapons. Go get your bullets. Be ready. Don't just sit there and hear stuff and see stuff. Oh, she don't know what she's talking about. Well, damn, what if I do? What your ass in trouble? If I do, if it does happen, you in trouble because you didn't prepare. So sit there if you want to. But you got people talking about this our land. Okay, stay here. You gonna wish you hadn't. You gonna wish the hell you hadn't. Listen to Candace Owens if you want to. Listen to Dane, what's his name? Dane, whatever the man's name. Listen to him. Talk about this your land. Callaway. Listen to him if you want to. Go ahead and listen. Stay here. Go ahead. Stay here. Stay right here and enjoy your life. Because you're going to die. You and your family. I don't care if you go, just go somewhere that's not attached to, that their money is not attached to the American money. You can go to Panama. You can go to, I'm just saying, you got to get out of America. You got to. You're saying, well, go get a summer home somewhere else. Just go get a passport. Have you a place to go. Have a plan for your family.
Better do something. Better do something. I want to go and Earth Angel. I think it was Earth Angel who said this Friday. We were watching the video of our sister being killed, and she said the police officer went in there with the objective to kill her.
Oh God, yes, he did. He was standing at the door.
And you know, when I read it, and I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, well, I don't know if he came in there with that objective to actually do that or not. But I know his motives wasn't good. And then, you know, last night I was watching it again, and then it clicked.
Did you hear the tone? Did you hear the tone in his voice, though? The tone when he was at the door, he said, "Why take you so long?" The tone of his voice. You think she didn't realize when he was in that house that he was coming to kill her? Do you not believe she knew she was going to die?
Yes.
She knew it.
Yes.
She knew it. That's why she said what she said, whether you believe it or not. She had mental illness, but that girl still was conscious of the spirit realm to understand it's not good. Why she let them in her house, I don't know. Because when they was getting ready to leave, when they was on the porch, right? Remember, they was getting ready to leave, and then it turned to when they was in the house. I said, "Well, damn, how did it happen? How did they get in the house? Who invited them in?" Remember, because she was at the door, and they began to say, "Where's your ID?"
He walked his way in.
But
remember,
no, but he was getting ready to leave in the beginning when he was getting ready to leave while he was on the porch, and she said something about something was going the car, something she said, and he looked. He said, "Well, where's your ID?" And that's when she said, "I don't have it. It's in the house." That's when he walked, because he was getting ready to leave, and she should have just let his ass go. But this ought to teach Black folks, stop calling them. They are not here to help you. They are here to kill you. They come to your house, somebody gonna be dead, and it ain't them.
Exactly. You know, Yoel Adams says that Terry Miller, and I want to, I'm gonna have to look into this.
Yeah, I heard that.
Terry Miller, age 4, gone by cops in that area, and it's supposed to be her cousin or something like that.
But and how he was, I think somebody picked him up and the police shot him, but was trying to get his dad, or something happened. They picked him up, and then he got killed because he was trying to shoot the dad. But they just killed both of them. They didn't, you know, they killed both of them.
Yeah. And so I want to take some time and hopefully have all that stuff together by the next time we come on, so we can go over that. Yeah. But there are things that we have to learn. And I'm glad Earth Angel said that that was his motive from day one. When they went in there, he knew he was going to kill her. And I was like, no, I don't think that was the thing. You know, I knew it was something nefarious, but I didn't think that his thought was, I'm going to kill her. But when I started rewatching it, and then it just just hit me clear and simple. She's right. You can see it in his body language and everything, that was his modus operandi, that he was about to take her life. And he felt as though he could take that life and get away with it. And just because he's locked up, that does not mean that justice has been served. I don't want us to get the misunderstanding because they locked him up that, okay, justice is being served, because justice, it is not being served. And we cannot forget that. So, and to understand this, well, look, before I go there, I want to ask Brother Isaiah, since you're in the DR, Brother Isaiah, was her killing, did it make the news over there?
Well, what was it now?
When our sister was shot, did that make the news?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's anything that happened like that with Black folks. It does happen. It does get put on the news. You know, I mean, it's not going to be a continuous cycle, but it gets played. 3 or 4 or 5 times, and people have been talking about it. They're like, "Well, all white folks like that in America?" And I would tell them, "Go over there and see." You'll find out one way or the other.
Well, how are they feeling about that, though, Isaiah? How are they feeling about that? Knowing that, that what happens in your mindset to the Black folk in the DR that sees that? What are they saying?
Well, I want to hold on. Let me get my words correctly. I want to make sure I'm getting the kind of impact that I want done. All right. So the most prevalent thought is, why don't you niggas do something over there? Kill them. Because here, if there were any white cop doing anything like that, they'd be killed right there on the spot. You feel me? That nigga, jungle bunny, whatever the fucking name they use. That ain't gonna go home. That ain't gonna go here. You don't go here, babe. And you ain't gonna never see no KKK going down the street. White folk looking at you sideways. You feel me? Uh, and getting all out of pocket like they do in America. When they get off of that boat, when they get off of that plane, they're about as nice as you want to be. Because a monkey knows what tree they can climb. And they've been so used to doing that climbing of the tree. In America, it's like, a matter of fact, niggas ain't gonna do shit.
Yep.
Y'all in America, white folks know y'all gonna hoop and holler, yell and scream, drop to your knees and say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And that's it. That's nothing more, nothing less. You ain't gonna sue the like we were just talking about a while ago, the suing for the bond of the police department and the policeman's bond and all that. You get the suit, you get the lawsuit in. But the thing is, if they beating your ass, why are you not suing for the bond of the police department in the city? See, all that shit stop as soon as you start doing that shit. I'm telling you, they're not gonna do it. There's too much fucking money involved. Not only that, suing them constantly, they're not gonna do it. They're gonna be thinking second thoughts about all that shit. So here, it's like, why do y'all tolerate that shit? And I'm like, what can you do? As a Black American, as a Dominican, I find it to be disheartening to see that we're still, uh, praying to Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, to come and help us, and you are the help. What I mean? We shoot back, niggas with guns. We just don't forget about all that shit, and just hoping that white folks in their goodness of their heart, which we know they don't have any moral, they don't have any conscience, that they just hang that banana in front of you or that fruit in front of you, thinking you're gonna get something, you ain't gonna get shit. But a hard way to go, and a foot in your ass, and which is what they should do. If you find a fool, bump his head. And we've been foolish all this motherfucking time, trying to integrate, trying to be nice, trying to be hopeful, trying to be goody kumbaya bullshit. That does not go with white folks, man. You gotta. Brother Muhammad said it in the opening dialogue. How you said, whoop that ass, they get in line, something like that. Come on, man. That you can't get no more straighter than that. White folks are not gonna appreciate you and understand you and respect you until you knock them the fuck out. I throw it back at
you. Exactly, and that is the truth, Brother Isaiah. That is the truth. And that saying, what we say is, when we whoop enough ass, everybody gonna get in line and do right. Everybody gonna get in line and do right.
Politically, economically, spiritually, and physically, all four.
Exactly. So we're gonna go back to the video, and we want to look at, because and I want to welcome Old Reliable. Peace and blessings, big bro. I'm glad to see you here. Earth Angel answers the question. Sister Casson says he sized her up and decided at that moment. She'll say he walked in without permission, as though to get her ID. And so I want us just to go back and look here so that we can see what's what.
Let me remind you, remember, Black women don't have a man in the house, right? So anything can happen. When you get rid of your man, or when you have society telling you that you don't need a man, but everybody got one but you, you're calling for your own death. You're calling for your own death. Who's gonna protect you? If her man was there, her husband was there, I guarantee you he wouldn't have walked up into the house like that. It would have been totally different, depending on the man. You think and I'm gonna just use you, Brother Maurice. You think if Maurice, that was his wife, you think he would have walked up in his house and said and done his wife like that? That's the difference when you got a man and when you don't. So let's stop talking about what we don't need and know that that's our protection, ladies.
Mhm.
Our men, our black men, is our protection. Without them, you die. I rest my mic.
All right, so let's go and cue it up. And I also want to deal with this point about the medication, because a lot of people said that she's crazy, she was mental, this or that, and I'm not really believing that that was the case. But let's take a look and see.
Even if she was, so what? That's just even if she was mentally ill, that's still your sister.
Exactly.
We got mental illness going on with black folks that say they same in America.
Is this a ring doorbell?
Look, I just want to say to Brother Muhammad, we've been in a race war for the last 150 years, bro.
Mhm.
2 ounces down. Oh no, it's right here. Go ahead. She was yelling inside. Hold on. You coming to the door or not? All right, hurry up. Sheriff's office, when you call. What time you get down here? I need to come home. I don't hurt you. You called us. Okay. So what'd you hear?
Okay. Now I want us to make sure that we understand. She comes to the door and she says, "Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me." And I point this out because she understands what she's dealing with. She knows that these demons are black people killers. Period, point blank. So she starts off with, "Don't hurt me." Now, there was another black woman a few years ago that was in jail, and they were taking her from one cell to another, and she was telling them, "Y'all don't kill me. Please don't kill me." And what happened? They killed her. You know when that time is coming. You know it. You know when death is at the door. You know it. You know it. She knew what she was dealing with.
Somebody stopped by my house. Is this your car over here? Is this your car over here? Oh. That's not your black car in the driveway? Oh, well, we checked the yard, we walked around the whole block, we didn't see anybody. Right, we don't check the whole area, so we don't walk around. I know, please, I need help. What do you need help with? Nothing, I just, please, doing what? What do you need help with? Nothing. What do you want help with?
Now, we've all been in situations where we needed help, but if the wrong person is asking you what you need help with, and you say nothing, nothing, but you know that you do need help that's not from you. We can all attest to that being real. That's not a sign that she's crazy or she's losing her mind. There's not a sign that she's not in touch with reality. Because we've all been there and knew we needed some assistance, but we didn't need assistance from the person who's asking us what's wrong. So
But you know, the part I'm looking at, brother Maurice, the part that I see is when she's on the phone and she says, you know, she's dialing. Go back to the part where she was on the phone right there, where she's dialing and she said, please God, what's going on with her right there? That's when the man asked her, is there something going on with you mentally? That's why I think they got that from. You know what I'm saying? Because when she's on the phone right here, she's saying, please God, right there. That's when he said something about her mental health.
And I think that that's a natural thing.
So are we seeing her being nervous? Is that what it was? Is it being nervous? Or does she really feel something?
It could be her being nervous because she knows who she's dealing with. And so we all have done it. We all have said, you know, please God, get me out of this. You know, you get me out of this and I'll serve you for the rest of my life, you know.
But you know what? Here again, why I call him in the first place. If you are that afraid and you know that it's a possibility, why call him? That's what we have to ask the question. So my thing is, did she know? You know, or maybe she wasn't supposed to call, but called, and then after they got there, she's like, "Oh my God!" You know how you'll do something and you'll figure, "Oh my God, this is not a good. That wasn't a good idea." You know what I'm saying? And then you just got to go with it because you already made the mistake of calling, and that could be some of what we're seeing also. Because she knows, you know, Black folk know. We should know by now. If we don't, then you got some mental illness anyway. But I believe all Black folk in America got mentally.
Exactly.
I think everybody in America, Black and white, should be. You know, we all got dealing with mental illness. Exactly. So I do believe that she knew after the fact, and she thought about that and was nervous.
Yoel Adams says she is religious and nervous, dealing with fear from all sides.
Yes.
You know, yes. I can see that.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in her voice that says she is violent,
right?
That she's looking to do harm to anybody. And like I pointed out the doc on Friday when we were going over it, and she was going through the bags, you know, they always talk about officer safety, don't reach for this, but they were standing around, they wasn't nervous. They wasn't nervous, they wasn't nothing.
Nope.
They wasn't afraid. They wasn't nothing going on. Nothing whatsoever going on. Let's continue.
What do you want help with?
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house. We checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard.
We didn't see nobody.
Yeah,
so.
Nobody's out here.
You didn't see anybody?
Nope.
Oh.
Checked the whole area.
Okay.
It took you so long to answer the door.
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get.
I got you. All right. Is there anything else we can do for you?
No.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And see, that's when he was going to go, right?
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right.
That's when he was going to go.
SUV? Whose is it? You don't know? Someone just parked it in your driveway?
They brought it to my driveway.
And just left it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's run that.
Yeah. 19, I got a 20 clear.
Does anyone else live here with you?
Somebody else.
David Mary 43556.
You got a name? You got an ID or something? Take your name real quick. Catch this. See who we spoke to.
Temple.
That's the part I don't understand. How did he get in that house and why? For what reason?
Because let's take it back up a little bit.
Area
Because he
4
started
3
asking her about her ID, I believe.
But he was getting ready to go. So why was the ID important?
They brought it
Exactly.
that way.
And just left it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's run that.
Yeah. 19. I got a 20 clear.
Does anyone else live here with you?
David Mary 43556.
You got a name? You got an idea or something? Take your name real quick.
Those shots in the background that we hear?
I think they're doing fireworks.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is that shots or what?
Mhm.
Like, what neighborhood she in? Okay.
Temple.
Hello? Yeah, I need, I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all. They're here in my house right now. No, hold on, wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, Con.
Now, I
Did you
think
hear that?
this part is very important.
Right
I
there.
think it's very, very important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna back it up just a little bit so we can hear this.
But you told him to hold on, like don't hang up.
Exactly.
Don't hang up.
Mhm.
So she was fearful.
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, I need, I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all.
Mm.
They're here in my house right now. No, hold on, wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, Con. That's good.
No, hold on, okay?
See,
Just 1 second, okay?
nobody felt threatened when she reaching in them bags, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So now he's looking for a reason.
Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here.
Now, I want to make this point because when you call 911, it's not you can get the fire department. Am I correct? When you
Yep.
call 911,
Yeah.
so it ain't
And you know
always
what?
police.
Yeah, depending.
And so she said, "Well, I called y'all looking for help, but these sheriffs are here. This is not what she. This is not who she wanted."
That's right.
And so this is something that we have to make sure that we understand and we pay attention to, because the narrative that the enemy is trying to paint, and some of these black niggas out here trying to paint to make her seem like she deserved it, that shooting was a good shooting.
Well, why? What did she do to deserve it? That's what I want to know. If some of them black folk was in that predicament, do you want to die just because somebody thinks you have a mental illness problem? Why would she deserve to die? That's what I need to know. That's what I don't understand.
Not a damn thing.
And what they're saying is that, because this was Officer Tatum, and we'll show his video when he says it, that she went to throw the water on him.
If you heard it, when you get to that part, you'll hear it when she poured the water out down the drain. Listen, when she gets to that part, she gets the water and she pours it down the drain. That's when he started, because she was, going against the program. Now you ain't got no water. So I got to act like she got some, but you could hear it going down the drain if you really, when you get to that part. So Tatum, anyway, he's a police officer. He sold out. That little Negro then sold out his, he just sold his soul too. So don't nobody care what that. You talking about Nathan? You talking about Nathan Tatum, the one that he has sold out Negro. I don't listen to him anyway. He think he wanted them, and then to sit up there and make an excuse of why she should have died. Bitch, you should be dead too. How about that?
Well, there's a part of the video I never heard or seen her going toward the grabbing a pot
Yep,
and
she
then
gonna grab
going
it in
in.
this video. She gonna
Right,
grab
yeah,
it
yeah,
and
seen
put it
that
down the
part,
front.
but look, in another video a brother did, and going point by point, second by second, you can see her putting the pot down, right? And at some point, he said, "I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face" or something like that. She throws her hands up, so she didn't have her didn't have her hands on the pot at all as she was going down.
Right.
And so as she was going down, that's when he angled the shot toward her as she was going down, or was kneeling to avoid being shot. So I never seen anywhere in that video that brother did where she was leaning towards him. You know how you kind of like lean and you throw in the water. Kind of that never happened. And another thing too, he pointed out in that video is that the other officer pulled out his weapon and said some derogatory things as well. So he's not exactly 100% innocent. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I throw it back at you, Brother Murray.
All right, we got a caller on the line, Brother Elijah. Peace and blessings, bro. You can go ahead. You're on.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
The main point is the sister Cassie made the main point, and the main point is since the 60s, Black females have their favorite saying no, if she had a man there.
His phone is breaking up.
You hear me?
Yes, your phone was breaking up. Say that again, Brother Elijah.
Since the 50s and the 60s, Black females' favorite saying and national anthem and favorite prayer has been, "I'm strong and independent and don't need no man."
Mm.
And if she'd have had Sister Cassie made the main point, if she'd have had a man there, the police would never have been called, and we would have never had her services. She'd be still breathing, walking.
Right.
And the problem is, we got a 90% divorce rate, 90% single mom rate, and we didn't have that before the 50s. We used to have we used to have something called families. We used to have something called fathers. Now we got projects and baby mamas. And
yep.
Man, and 65% of Black females like eating each other's butts. They gay. They spend $30 billion a year on wig and weed. What can we do with $30 billion? What can we not build? We can build a whole country for ourselves with $30 billion. 10 years, that's $300 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is we don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We can't build for ourselves. We can't help ourselves. We can't protect ourselves. And since black females come to the conclusion they don't need no man, but like somebody said on the panel, every other nationality of people, they got their man. They got their man right there by their side. When I'll drive to, I've seen on the bus stop in 110 degree weather, the Mexican boy will be out there and his woman is right there next to him, whether they on the bus stop or whether they selling water. Black female is the only group of females, American black female is the only group of females hollering they don't need no man and busy trying to prove it and trying to be strong and independent and got their butt cheeks out in their shorts and got their breasts hanging out and just acting a plumb damn fool with orange, green, red, and yellow hair. And then they got the blonde weave in their hair. That means you want to be a white woman. Mm-hmm. That means you're worshiping the white woman.
Exactly.
We done, black Negroes done went all the way down ape shit crazy. Mm-hmm. And then when something like this happens, we want to act surprised. Well, why in the hell are you surprised when Elijah Muhammad told you your man is your protection. A man is the protector of the house. When you say you don't need no man, a man is a community builder. Damn it. And when you say you don't need no man, you saying you don't want no community. What the hell is this? This done turned into hell on earth. Elijah Muhammad wrote an article, and the title of the article is Hell Erupts. Hell done erupted. And these black females, 65% of them are eating each other's butt, being gay, talking about they don't need no man, and you look at the result. This is the result of thinking you don't need a man. And then she said, caused the shooting. She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. When she said that, she called the white man the devil.
That's
Elijah
right.
Elijah Muhammad taught us the white man's the devil. If you look in your Bible in John 8:44, Jesus 2,000 years ago said the white man's the devil. Well, here's the law of the universe. Whatever the hell you call out is gonna come out. Whatever the hell you call out is gonna come out. So she called the devil out of that man. So guess what he did? He did what devils do. Devils rape and murder. That's why they want to be in that house, so they could rape and murder. Sitting up there asking her, oh, is there anything else I can do for you? Trying to get up in that house. None of this would have never happened with that black man standing there. None of it. But black females are strong and independent, don't need no man. And this is the result of it.
Well, brother, I have to ask you, because I'm quite sure we're going to get somebody that's going to listen in and say this. Are you blaming her for her own death?
Indirectly, let's see. Indirectly, yes. God answers all prayers. Whatever we ask for, we get. She asked that man to come in her house. She asked that devil in her house. And then she asked for him to be a devil. Last time I checked, devils do what devils do. Devils practice evil. They practice wickedness. They practice murder. Last time I checked. If you look in John 8:44, again, Jesus said, you were a liar from the beginning. You and your father you are of your father, the devil. He was a liar and a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. She's calling a murderer out, and he came out. Look at Farrakhan did an interview with Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes. Mike Wallace tried to paint Farrakhan into a corner and call him, in a slick way, call him two-faced and inconsistent. And Mike Wallace said to Farrakhan, well, you're this and you're that, and you're this and you're that. I don't know in this interview, I don't know which Farrakhan will come out today in this interview. And Farrakhan said, whichever one you call out of me is going to come out. So what you call out in a person is going to come out. We can see that in child rearing. Education is one thing. Education is expectation. Whatever expectations you put on that child is what that child's going to be. If you call him nothing and no good and never going to be nothing and no account, don't be surprised when he grows up to be a criminal. But if you call him good and righteous and you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be this, you're going to be that, guess what? That's don't happen. The Bible says it like this: thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee. God said, I will give you the land that you see. So she called that devil out. When you call the devil out, he's a liar, a thief, and a murderer.
Well, let me ask you this, brother, because Earth Angel 1105 Remix wrote a comment, so I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you about it. She says, why do men always go to blaming the woman? You don't know why. Huh?
Say that again, brother.
Yeah, so she says, why do men always go to blaming the woman? You don't know why there's no man. Some men are abusive, even when they have the man in the house.
That sister is changing the subject. I'm not talking about her. We're not going. She's deflecting from the issue. I'm not looking at the extenuating circumstances of her life. What we are looking at is a whole black community from Los Angeles to New York that has been black community that has been completely destroyed because black females have declared war on their man. Now, there's no proof and no validity in what she's saying, but there's proof and validity and facts and evidence in what I'm saying. Go pull, all you have to do is look a quick 3-second Google search. The Moynihan Report, M-O-N-I, I'm missing a Y in there. M-O-Y-N-I-H-A-N report. And in that report, white men went to black women in the 65 and asked them, do you want a black man to take care of you? Or do you want us white men to start taking care of you with welfare, Section 8, public housing, good jobs, and college degrees? Black females chose the Trojan horse of the white men. They married all white men, married the government, got the government taking care of them instead of a black man. And so this is a marriage certificate between black females and white men. This is the black females joining the Ku Klux document. This is not her opinion. This is facts, documents, and evidence. If you put it in Google, it'll take about 3 seconds to come up.
We do understand that report, and I understand that report, but I'm not going to blame black women, okay? Because we're not going to do that. We're going to blame both. Because guess what? If the man was the man, how can I put you out of something if you doing your job? So we're not going to do that, okay? Can you hear me? I'm driving. I hope you guys can hear me. But we're not going to blame the woman. We really need to understand why all of that came about. If the government is going to bring you something and say, hey, I'm going to take care of you, it's for a reason. Okay, that's because they had taken the jobs from the black men. There was no jobs. Just like even now, they're not hiring black men. So what are black women to do? So we're not going to just blame black women, because if you're the man and you paying the bills and you doing what you need to do, you can't no woman put you out of your own house. Come on now. Let's do this the right way.
Nobody put nobody out of anything. Nobody said that. Now,
okay, but yeah, you did say that. You did.
No, I did not say a man was put. I never said that.
You said the black woman chose the EBT. Why did they? Let's talk about why they chose that. Why? We're not gonna blame each other. We're gonna blame white folk because that's who did it. Because there was a plot and a plan for that. It's not just, we're not just gonna say, oh, the black woman. You're not even including the white men. We're not even including the black men that's dating white women.
Okay, black men was dating white women before black women was dating white men. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be truthful and honest, and we're not gonna blame each other for something that the government did to us. You blaming the victim. You're blaming the victim. You can't blame the victim. We're the victims. You can't blame the victims for life being the way it is. We got help getting here. And then you turn around and allow them to educate you. So it's a whole lot of other things that's playing together. But I'm gonna blame the black men for leaving the house in the first place. Because if you got your job and you take care of your black family, then how can I, as a woman, tell you to get out of your house? Or how can I choose EBT if I'm married to you? My husband is the head, right? So how am I going to accept EBT if my man is still there? Okay. And what was the man in the first place? We can't blame. This is a blame game. We can't do that.
I'm not blaming. I didn't. It's not a blame game. You're playing a blame game because you're being emotional and you won't listen to the facts.
I am a woman. Wait a minute. Hold on. I am a woman. I'm supposed to be emotional. What are you talking about? I'm a woman, and it bothers me when I hear black men come on here and make a divide of our blackness. I'm not gonna sit up there. I'm sorry. I'm driving, so y'all gonna hear my GPS. I'm not going to sit up here and blame her or blame black women or blame the black man. I am going to blame us for not moving together today and doing something about this. Let's not get off focus here. We can't get off focus for what the real deal is. The real deal is that we're dying right now and we're not doing anything about it. So we're not going to bring up, well, the woman ain't got a man. Yeah, we don't. Okay, so how do we fix it? Can we come up with a conclusion of how we're going to fix it? Instead of us blaming black women when we should be blaming both, if you really want to blame somebody. Because if that black man got his shit together, he'd have been bringing food to the table, so the government wouldn't have been able to come to her and say, hey, I got something for you over here. And then she wouldn't have been taking it because her food is on the table. Her table is full. You don't go after somebody else's table when yours is full. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to blame black folk for where we are today. I'm going to put the blame where, but they knew, they did a study on us. What's going to happen if I take the black man out the house? What you see today is happening. They knew it. So we're not going to blame black folk where we are today. We had help getting here, but we are going to look at it and say, what can we do today to be free? Yes, we took the bait. Yes, we did. Because our pastors didn't do what they were supposed to do. Because our pastors should have saw it and say, hey, family, this what's happening, black folk. This is what we're not going to do. We're not going to leave our homes, men. We're not going to take that EBT, ladies. We're going to come together. We're going to support each other. But did you hear your pastors doing that? No. Who was telling us that what was happening? Black folk didn't know. We don't know what these devils doing. Even now, we don't know. And we still swallowing the bait. But guess what? It's time for us to understand and come together and be one. Because when my sister's hurt, her family's hurt. I'm hurt. But I'm not going to sit up here and do a blame game for black people. We're not doing that. I rest my mind.
Are you finally finished?
I am done. You are you done?
You've been rambling on. I hadn't been able to get a word in.
So you disrespectful. You're not going to do that. We're not doing that. I'm talking just like you was talking. I have something to say and I'm going to say it. So now if you have an issue with black women, that's on you. Because that's what it sounds like, you have an issue with black women.
No, you sound like you got an emotional issue.
I am an emotional woman. Everybody in America has emotional issues. Do you not, my brother? Sound like you got some emotional stuff going on yourself with black women.
Trying to be logical and reasonable. You won't let anybody else talk.
You just had a whole hour to talk. You just talked. So I was just clarifying and clearing up something that you said that was incorrect information, because this is what we're not going to do, give out incorrect information. So you can go ahead, and then when I have something else to say, I'll interrupt again. But go ahead. You got the floor. Go ahead.
Okay. There is no blame game, but there is blame. And there's a book out that people should get. It's called the Bible. And there's a guy in it named God. And the very first page, first paragraph, and first story is a story about how the woman had gotten with the devil and obeyed the devil. So no, God blames the woman. So if
No, he
this
didn't.
greater
No, he
than
didn't blame the woman. Excuse me. No, he didn't. See, there you go again. There you go again.
apple, it was the
So
woman
where was
that
So where was Adam after all of this? So you mean to tell me that the woman is with the devil and her husband's not there? Where was her husband? Who was supposed to be protecting her, sir? Where was he at?
Hold on, Sister Cassie. Let's hear him out first.
Okay, go ahead.
just because the man might have been away at work, or no matter where the man was, as a proper thinking adult, she made a conscious choice to eat that apple and eat of the tree that God obeyed her. I mean, not obeyed, but God commanded her not to partake of. And the blame, you're doing the blame game. You're starting to try to blame the man for not being there. No, the blame is on her. Like God put it on the woman, the Eve that ate of the tree that God commanded her not to eat of. So yes, it's Elijah Muhammad said it's 75% the woman's fault, 25% the man's fault.
So we gonna blame the man. We gonna just let the man go head on. He was at work, but okay, whatever. You have anything else you need to?
Not listening. I just gave 75-25.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you.
It was the female. The scientific people. 1 Thessalonians 5:21 says, "Prove everything and hold fast to that which is good." All you have to do is get the Moynihan report, and it is certified government proof that the black female chose to leave.
Where did we get that proof from? White folk gave you that proof. Didn't white folk? Ain't that a white folk report? Of course they gonna tell you that, and you believe everything they tell you. Hook, line, and sinker.
It don't matter whose report it is.
It does. It does matter. It does matter. It really does.
It's not the truth.
You want to know why it matters? Because of course they're gonna put it on. They're gonna bring in divide. So then men like you that don't really look at the whole picture, they'll suck it up because you don't want to take the fall for what happened to the black family. The black family is destroyed because of the lack of knowledge.
That the black female left him. See, we were never.
No, that's not true at all. It doesn't matter. We can blame. Okay. Whether you say it's the woman, I say it's not. Whatever. What is the plan? How are we going to bring it together? How about that? You got a plan for that? Do you have a plan of action for how we going to fix this shit? Because this is messed up. How we going to fix it? Let's hear that plan.
Of course, I got the plan.
Okay, what's the plan?
The plan is, and since 1973, black females have had 50 to 100 million abortions.
Okay, that's not a plan. I don't hear a plan. What's the plan? So they having abortions, they having babies by themselves. Okay, go ahead. What's your plan?
I need you to
That's
quit.
not a plan.
If you stop being masculine and stop being manly.
When I do that, when I see a man that's weak, that's when I do that. When I see a man that's weak and that's blaming the woman for everything, that's when I go into, because I have to.
That's your excuse. That's your excuse.
That's my excuse. That's my excuse. When I see a man that's weak and gonna blame the woman for everything, oh yeah, I'm gonna step in there and I'm gonna have something to say. And see, men like you don't want women to have anything to say. But guess what? This is a new day. We're gonna speak up because you guys are not. Because right now, the plan should be for men to come together, real men. I know you don't want to do that, but we're gonna talk about the real men. The real men come together and put some stuff back in order. The real men come back to the homes. The real men come and raise their sons. The real men teaching their sons how to be warriors. The real men coming and commanding and demanding and being the head of their homes, like God put you in front of your own homes. That's what real men would do. Real men is not going to sit up here and try to point fingers and say, well, the man, the woman. That's division. That's division.
You have to pull your penis off You have a psychological penis.
See, you don't even have a plan. You want to insult me. And that don't, you know what? That don't validate me. I have a whole husband that can validate me. And you don't validate anything over here. I'll guarantee you don't. But I asked you for the plan. So now you want to try to insult. You don't have a plan. So when you have a plan, call us back with the plan. How about that?
I have a plan, but you rattled off at the mouth.
I don't hear the plan. You trying to insult me. Let's get the plan. Let's get to the plan.
See, your husband got to be married.
What's the plan? You don't even know my husband. So what's the plan again?
I'm looking at his handiwork.
Bro, hold on 1 second.
He said he don't have a plan. See, men like that who don't have a plan, they want to insult the woman. It's okay. He don't have a plan, brother. Maurice, he don't have a plan. That's why he come on here want to insult folk. Dude. Go ahead.
We don't want that. We don't want the insults like that. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that if we have a better idea, then we just present the idea and we don't attack the people.
I was presenting the idea and she interrupted.
Okay, go ahead.
She became a masculine feminist. She started insulting me. Oh, real men. She don't know me. Real man. No, a real husband wouldn't let you be out of pocket and out of place like she is. If she want to talk real and want to get with the now, like I was saying, there have been 50 to 100 million abortions by Black females. Well, the word baby murders for YouTube. So the plan is Black females have to stop murdering and killing Black females. Stop killing their Black males and babies at Planned Parenthood.
We're impregnating ourselves.
We could have some people and stop the murdering, stop the killing, stop spending $30 billion a year on weaves and wigs. We'd have a national treasury. That's $300 billion in 10 years. That's another thing. Take her man, she's got to want a man again. 65% of them are gay, lesbians. She's got to want a man again. We can't build off of that. And when a lot of Black females out here got 5 kids by 10 different Negroes, you can't build a family like that.
Are we going to talk about the man's part of it, or are we just going to concentrate on the women?
Somehow she's going to try to spin that into the man's fault. How's that the man's fault when she opened her legs to 15 different guys and got 5 or 6 different kids? But
are you serious? Dude, are you serious? Are you really serious on this conversation? Are you really serious? See, you know what? White folk done got you brainwashed about your own. This right here. This right here. White folk got you brainwashed, bro. You have an issue with Black women. And I feel sorry for you because we won't get this together because of men like you that want to sit up here and blame Black women for everything. I have not heard one thing that you said that the Black men done. Now you're talking about women impregnating themselves. How does these abortions happen when men like you come and talk and degrade your own women? You have been so brainwashed by white folk, period. I guarantee you date white women, don't you? You got a white woman at home, don't you? Because I hear the hate. I hear it in your voice.
You are the hate.
All right, let me.
You've had kids by a bunch of men. Sound like you've been tricked.
Oh wow, really? Hold on, brother Maurice. Let me just tell you something about Cassie. Both of my children was by one man, sweetheart. Both of them, and they're very, very successful because they had a mom and a dad that loved them and steered them the right way. But unfortunately, in our Black community, we have men like yourself that want to sit up here and blame Black women because white folk have educated you and told you that it's your fault. It's Black women's fault, Black folk fault. And you swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. That's what I feel sorry for. This community will never come together because of Black men like yourself who want to blame Black women for everything. But when you're not doing what you're supposed to do, answer my question. Are you dating a white woman? Do you have a white woman laying next to you every night? I guarantee you do. You don't even have to answer the question because I already know you do. And I can hear the hate that you have against Black women. But that's some white folks stuff. That's not our problem. But guess what? That white woman can have your sorry behind because you ain't worth 2 pennies to the Black community because of the hate that's coming out of your mouth against the Black women, against Black folk, period. You can sit over there and you can insult. You don't validate me. I have a whole husband. That's the only man that can validate me, period. But I don't care what you say because you ain't hitting on nothing right now. You're talking about you downgrading your own community and you don't even feel that you're wrong about doing it. Then you want to come and insult me. That's not happening over here. Until you have a plan, a Black plan, and a Black woman, you don't have nothing to say to Black people because you hate Black folk. You are not B1 talking like that. B1 men don't talk like that. You need some more training. I'm gonna let you have a seat right now. Listen to Brother Maurice. That's your trainer right there. That's your mentor. Maybe you'll get it one day. Or not. Have a great day.
Yeah, we not doing that. This space is a safe space. This is our space. This is Black first. We don't degrade our women.
He's not Black first. He's not Black first.
Exactly.
He can't be Black first. He got a white woman laying next to him. When you come on here, everything was woman this and woman that. No, we're not gonna blame the Black women. We've been hurt. We've gone through hell in America, and so has our Black men. So you gonna blame the victims for where they are and how we are hurt today? You gonna point fingers at the Black woman? I feel sorry for him. This is why right there, why Black folk can't get it together, because we have Black men like that who want to call him and talk about the honorable Elijah Muhammad. He wouldn't dare. He wouldn't dare say what he said about Black women. What happened to your honoring your Black woman? God told you to honor your Black woman. He told you how to treat Black women. He knew how we needed to be treated. But that's not what I see. But it's time for us to come together with a conclusion and a conclusion to this matter. We're at a 911, and with Black men like that, they're useless to be one. They're useless to the Black society because he hates Black women. Why would you come in and blame Black women? It's both. Our children are at a 911, and all he could do was blame the Black woman. That's sad. That's disgusting to me. That right there hurt my heart because Black men think like him and don't even know he was wrong. Don't even feel wrong because white folk then got to his mind and white folk feeding him and he's sinking. He's swallowing it hook, line, and sinker. That's some white supremacy shit right there. I rest my mic. I'm sorry. I rest. Y'all go ahead. I rest.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sister Cassie. It's understandable. We've gotten off our topic for today, and I was going to ask in our second hour of the program, because I was going to show the cop video. Hold on, bro. I'm not answering the phones because right now we're so off topic, and I'm trying to bring it back into proper sphere. But this has illuminated a even bigger issue that I think we have to deal with. But today is not that day that we're going to deal with it. Because as we talked about earlier with Officer Tatum, and I was going to show his video of how he said that this shooting was a justified shooting. And the question was, do we deal with the Officer Tatum's first, or do we deal with the enemy first? But it seems to me before we can even deal with that question, we have to deal with the question of how do we bring the Black man and the Black woman in proper
Oh,
order together. How do we do that? Now, I read the Morning Hen report, and the Morning Hen report did blame the black woman, but when I read it, even though it said the black woman is at fault, I looked at them because
exactly.
they were the ones that was manipulating the circumstances.
Exactly.
They were the ones that are the hidden hand behind the action
Exactly.
that you don't see. And so when I was reading the report, I'm like, nah, this is the enemy.
Exactly.
This devil has created the circumstances, has created the environment.
Right. And then got us blaming us for their shit,
Exactly.
for what they do in our community. And we swallow it because we're so, I don't even know what to say. We swallowed it. But we have to be careful, Brother Maurice. This is what I say. We have to be careful where we get our information, because if we're getting it from them, they're going to blame one of us, period. They're never going to blame themselves. They're never going to blame this racist system. They're never going to blame the educational system. They're never going to blame what's really going on with our black men and why it's been infiltrated. They're never going to talk about the police department being infiltrated. They're never going to talk about the judges having so much stock in the prison system, so they have to keep the prisons full. So they're making money off of the prison system. They're making money off the stocks and the prison system because they're keeping it full. They're not going to talk about that, but they're going to point their fingers at the black woman or the black man and say it's your fault that you're in a situation, even though I created it. Even though they created the situation, they're not going to tell you that. They're going to point the finger at one or the other. And guess what? When you have men or women that don't understand the system that they're in, they'll make an excuse and they'll swallow it. And then they'll take that report and believe it and start pointing fingers at your own like it's their fault. I'll rest.
You know, when he first started to speaking about that, you know, when I asked him the question, well, it's going to sound like, you know, you're blaming the black woman. And his answer, well, indirectly, you know, it is the black woman's problem. And so I wanted to hear him completely, because what we got to understand is this. When truth comes, we may not want to hear it because it's hurtful, but we have to ask ourselves at the end of the day, is it the truth or is it a lie? But we won't be able to fully understand what's being said unless we listen. And so for those who may be wondering, well, Maurice, why did you just let it continue to go? Because you got to be able to hear what he's saying. You got to be able to hear what he's saying, because there may be some truth in what he's saying. Now, the look at the question as it is. Did she pick up the phone and call? Yes, she did pick up the phone and call. But we was hearing when she said, when she was talking to the dispatch, I called you, but she wasn't expecting what came to the door. She wasn't expecting that. When we're looking at fatherless homes, and be very honest when we're looking at fatherless homes, because, well, even before that, when he was saying that, you know, there's a man not there, then the thought came into my mind, well, what about if there was a man there, but he was punctified? He was the type of man that would not speak up or would not stand up or would not fight when the time calls for it. Because there are men, right, boys like that that's walking in men places. So we have to keep it 100, because not every woman, look, we know that the scripture says that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, right? And it's applied to all women, but all women are not good wives.
Right.
So it's not fitting. Just like all men are not men. They're boys in men places with the expectation that they're going to do the men role, but they can't. So we got to make sure that we define very specifically what we're talking about and how we're analyzing, because we're dealing in a system and an environment that was made for our destruction. It wasn't made for the black man and woman to succeed in that hostile environment. It wasn't made for that. It wasn't made for the black man and woman to be able to work together progressively, constructively to build success. The system wasn't made for that. It was set up to be a head-on collision between the black male and the black woman. And so when we're going through it, we got to analyze it properly. Now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said 25% of the teaching is with the man. 75% of the teaching is with the woman. He didn't say 75% of the problem is the woman. He said 75% of the work is with the woman, because when you teach a woman, you teach a nation. When you teach a man, you teach an individual. So if the woman can get these teachings in her head and she can understand it and begin to live it, when Slick Willie come walking by, she know how to tell that nigga keep on moving because you ain't got a damn thing for me. See, one of the most important aspects of the woman, she is to help make a man for God. She is to help make a man for God. Now, we're taught that a man without the proper woman is handicapped. That's what we're taught. So it's obvious that we have to get the proper woman. Now, and I have to say this because I know Sister Cassie and I know her husband. Sister Cassie is a Black first woman. Sister Cassie, if you listen to Sister Cassie, you see she has love for us as a people. She has love for the women. She has love for the men. She has expectations of what things should be, and she don't have a problem calling it out. Her husband is a husband. Her husband is a husband. And see, we got to be able to understand that when our women is speaking, that we shouldn't take it as an attack. We have to look at it, listen, and see where the truth is. And if there's some misinformation in there, then we deal on the misinformation, but we never attack one another. Because when we begin the process of attacking one another, that makes us weak as a whole. And that's what the enemy sits back and vibes off of and loves to see us going back and forth. And I'll say this and then I'll be quiet. I was at a meeting in Philly, a political meeting, and a white boy was there. I forget his name, it's unimportant. But he said, you know, man, I've been following you on YouTube for years. And he said, when you walked in this room, I was like, that's Muhammad. That's Muhammad. And he says, look, I was there when the three of you guys was together, and next thing you know, them two was after you, was attacking you, and one was just, you know, putting up all these videos attacking you day in and day out. And he said, I sit back and laugh because what you were saying is right for Black people. And they need to understand it. But the dudes that you was rolling with started attacking you. And he said it became comical because what you were saying was actually right. And they're attacking you to destroy Black people's hope and love for you. And then they won't listen to you. And then when my crew come through, we wipe the hell out of all you. Because you didn't listen to the man when he was telling you the truth. And he just sit back and just telling me how much he got a kick out of it. So we got to be understanding that the enemy is watching. And they know when we on it. But they love to see us going after each other. They love to see us attacking each other. And we can't do that because we are at war. And my enemy is not the black woman unless she has that white mind. She has that white mind. She got that white mind. That's my enemy. If the black man has that white mind, that's my enemy. And I will never show you love. I will never show you love. Because this is for, as they say, this is for all the marbles. So you can't blame Martin Luther King. You can't blame Malcolm X. You can't blame none of them. Because we're on the clock now. And we got to get it right. Because the future of our people relies on what we do today. Now that's the real deal. On what we do today. Brother Isaiah, you've been quiet. Come on in here. We got 10 minutes left. We want to go ahead and let you say something because you've been very, very quiet there, brother. You got something you want to add? Brother Isaiah? I guess Brother Isaiah after lunch, he don't know what the hell going on.
What is it now? my wife was running the the mixer. I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just said, did you have something that you want to add? You've been very quiet over there.
Oh no, I'm just listening. Let me say this. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I throw it back at you. Here we go. Ain't nothing like a good wife.
Oh, look at you. Now you need to get her some air conditioners since she done made you that drink.
At least she's, oh, wait. Today is Father's Day, sir.
Today is Father's Day.
Yeah, here in the Caribbean, it's Father's Day.
Oh, wow. Okay. Happy Father's Day then, huh?
Happy Father's Day.
I'm being treated real nice, sir. Tomorrow, no. Like we said, Father don't get shit. I'm lucky I'm getting this.
But maybe if you got her air conditioned, you would get more.
Uh-huh. And tomorrow be back to normal. Get your ass up. Why are you sleeping? You ain't got no damn job.
Oh my God. You still gotta be cool in your own house. I need to donate you an air conditioner, huh?
Yeah, hold on, damn, what was it?
Y'all, we gonna start a what you call that, a thing to get Isaiah an air conditioner. Let's do a pay. What you call that thing?
GoFundMe.
Yeah,
Call him a GoFundMe.
Yes, we're gonna do a GoFundMe for to get Isaiah air conditioning, y'all.
No, okay. That's what it was. I was talking to Brother Maurice, and you wasn't on the show, right? And so he was talking about coming here when he can, and all of that. And so I said, well, you got to go to cheapo air. I said, God damn, it's like talking about me. Why the fuck are you going to cheapo air? Nigga, can't you just get on the American Airlines, AA.com or, cheapo air. God damn, you cheap.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Well, hey, I'm
You know
happy
what,
for the
Brother
day
Murray?
tomorrow. I'll see.
You asked the question, and you asked us, you said, who do we need to take care first? Do we need to take care of Black folk that could possibly do us harm in our community when we're trying to straighten stuff up? You know what that answer is? No, we have to separate from them, period. Once we separate from them, we'll understand who our enemy is. Because right now, when we're in the midst, we don't really understand the enemy until they start talking. But a lot of Black folk think the way that young man was thinking. A lot of Black men think like him, unfortunately. So we have to separate first. Then we can straighten, clean up our community. Because the only people that's going to be in the community is people that think Black first, period. Not people that's going to blame, you know what I'm saying, but not have a conclusion to the matter. And even when you had a conclusion, it was still blaming. No, it's time out for that. They've left us a mess. And if we don't get this shit together, when things go down, we gonna die. When things go down for what's coming, and we're not sticking together and we're thinking like that, then you have Black men helping them to kill a Black woman because they read the Manheim report. Okay, I read the report. It's just like you, brother. That's why we have to be careful where we get our information from, because all of their information is going to point the fingers at one of us instead of themselves. So that's what we have to be careful of. But if we want to be free, it's going to take us freeing us, and it's going to take us separating from them so that we can concentrate and be able to watch each other's back. Because right now we got so many traitors in the mix. We can't go to war right now because you're going to have some Black folk murdering each other for them. Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
Definitely. That's real. That's real. All right. We're going to go ahead and move to closing comments. Brother Isaiah, since you've been the quietest for some reason, we know that ain't how you really are.
Well, now, I mean, our sister got into it a little bit, so I just had to chill out and just absorb all of what's been going on, because I ain't about to enter that arena without no gloves on, because I ain't got no gloves for that one. But yeah, let me. This is something that came up on my memory that I thought would be fitting for the final comment for me. So hold on, I'm gonna bring it up. So, let me see. It says, "The spirit of our ancestors is still present, my people. Never fear death. It is a transformation that is all, and our ability to overcome, take over must happen, and it's in the universe. Uni means one, verse means word, and that is truth. Marcus Garvey, in the spirit of Garveyism, unity. Malcolm X, in the spirit of by any means necessary. And Martin Luther King Jr., we shall overcome. Spirit is still in the universe. That is that it still exists in the form of a universal truth that resides in each and every one of our people. We can't fail. Why? Because we are on one accord, truth. And when you stand on that power, that truth, power overcomes all the evil spirit that one or a group of people will try to stop you. Yeah, they can slow you down to a trickle. But like a mighty river roaring to its fullest capacity, will burst onto the scene of hate, bigotry, and racial animus, wipe out all of your enemies till none exist. You Black man, you Black woman, are the mighty river that the world fears and loves, for no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Know this key to greatness by knowing your history. A people without a root, a tree without roots shall fail, and you are destroyed for lack of knowledge or history of your own history. Knowing your history, for when you get that clue, the ancestors shall unleash, listen to what I'm saying, The ancestors shall unleash their power through you in the singular and in the plural. You are unstoppable, black man and woman, for you are the universe. The black universe filtered down in human form. Wake up to the power that is inside of you and speak truth to power, which is your voice. Therefore, they can kill our Moses and Sheba, but like the universe, it's amorphous and untouchable like air, unrelenting and undefeatable. They can never kill the spirit. It must be manifested in existence. You must feel for it to work. You must feel it for it to work, excuse me. You must feel it for it to work and continue to call upon it for united we stand and take over, but divided we fall and stay in this ungodly hellhole of existence, allow these infidels to rule. I'm going to read that last part again. You must feel it for it to work and continue to call upon it. For united we stand and take over, but divided we fall and stay in this ungodly hellhole of existence, which one you want, which which one you want? Your king and queen title back, or stay where you are? The choice is yours and not theirs. I throw it back at you.
All right. Thank you, Brother Isaiah. Sister Cassie, your closing comment?
Yes. You know what, you guys, I am so passionate about black folk. B1 black folk. I'm the type of person I cannot stand, and I refuse to allow somebody to come and cause division. When you sitting up here, and I'm going back to that call, because when you come over here and you try to bring divide, I'm gonna shut it. I'm gonna shut it all the way down. I don't give a damn who don't like it. We're over here to get answers. We are here to be free. We're not gonna sit up here and let you bring some shit that you got from white folk and drop it and let that grow over here. That's not happening. That's not why I'm here. I am here for truth, and I'm here to hear what we gonna do. I don't want you to come over here and sit up here and continuously using their words against your own. No, that's not why I'm here. I'm here for answers. I'm here for us to get our minds together in one accord and see what is it that we need to do in order to win. Because right now, I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I'm seeing. You got two different type of black folk. And how did we get like that? Where did it start? It started with them, allowing them to come into our world, allowing them to educate us, allowing them to set up a whole system against us, and we not tear it down from day one. So we walked in their system, and now we so brainwashed, we'll go and bring up a whole conversation against our own and blame us for some shit that they did to us. And now we walking out the result of a plan that they had. And we don't even have enough sense to fight against them, but we'll come on here and fight against each other. We're not doing that. That's not what it's about for us. That's not. So if you look at you, a man, Cassie's the troublemaker, I am. When I see some stuff that's out of order, and I see that you trying to drop poison, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to cut the enemy's head off. I'm not going to rebuke him. I'm going to cut his head off. Period. And even if it's some black folk that come here and try to spread hate, I'm going to cut your head off too. And then I'm going to send you back over there to where you came from. Because that's not part of Yah's clan. That's not Muhammad's plan. That's division. And before you open your mouth, if you open your mouth against your sister, and that's all you got to say, that's divide and conquer, then you got some issues. You got some stuff that you need to take and get out of it. Period. So yes, you come over here, you're trying to divide and conquer. I'm going to chop that head all the way off. Now rest my mic.
All right. Thank you, Sister Cassie. Also welcome Brother William Bell to the program. Peace and blessings, Brother William. And I want to thank everybody for coming out. And I did also, Earth Angel, I saw the different names that we haven't seen before in our chat. That's always a red flag, but we don't know what is behind those names we don't see. One thing we have to see, one thing that is definite for sure, that we have love up here. We have love up here. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We have love. Sister Cassie is one of us. She is us. We are her. Pretty point blank and simple. You know, nobody up here is weak. All of us up here are strong, and we make each other stronger. And one thing that we got to be cognizant of is that because we love, when you attack what we love, then that produces a problem. That produces a problem. And so we don't want that kind of problem up in here. We're about unified, and we're about answers to solve the problems that our people face. We don't believe in calling on nobody but to get it done but us. It is on us. So we have to have that, what we need. And when you really love, you'll understand it and you'll know it, because you'll kill for what you love. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. There is no division up in this house. No way, no way, no way. And we will not allow the enemy up here, no matter what color you are. That's right. It doesn't work that way. We will kill you. You know, I'm going to tell you straight up, I believe in violence. I believe violence is the American way. And I believe our God wants us to use violence to protect ourselves. He wants us to use violence to set the record straight. Period, point blank. And that's what it's about. And so, family, we thank you all for coming. We thank you for being with us, for all of y'all who came and shared time and space with us. Share the videos, like the videos. Let's keep us in the spear thing that they do, so that our videos can go out to our people, because we have answers to the problems that we all face as a people. And so, as we always say, you kill the nigga in you, I'm going to kill the nigga in me, and our God will reign supreme. We are Black first, today, tomorrow, and forever. Love you, family. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom.
So you better get the message and get it straight. You're going to need some bridge work. It's simple as that. Because we're living in judgment. We're living in implementation.